Let's play! Traveler, Paimon! I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is,
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right? That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your mind, so I thought we should have a chat. After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
wait then.
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Well, I knew from the moment Rhine-daughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The Kryda Prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other, a very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts, Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials in life. At least, that's what Barbados would say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be...
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? You'll still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold!
A bomb!
Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
We're old pals. Don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side.
I suppose we're old pals too.
Indeed. Your companionship is like a breeze that lingers in the air.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps this time...
Barbados? Serious? Ah, you give him too.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the...
Is that so? Oh, I wonder what Barbados thinks about that.
Good idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is sure to reveal itself in time.
Oh, you know what? Forget about Barbados, Dahlia. Treat me to a drink instead. You wouldn't refuse me.
A dear friend like...
Yahoo!
Wind go with you.
Finding someone to chat to would be better than just standing around.
Sure, I'll play you another tune, but it'll cost you an apple.
Wind go with you.
Finding someone to chat to would be better than just standing around.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Yahoo! Huh? Huh?
It's all for my daughter.
Let's play!
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
Hey, Jean! But what if...
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't... Oh, in that case, head on in.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it. back at ya. All right, let's see what we can find. Wow, these books are so fancy! Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them. Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk. The name of the project is blotted out in ink. Huh. What does this mean? All right, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found. Oh, Vector's calling. Let's answer.
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff, all right. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So, Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhindaughter's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhindaughter's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even those closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo?
Yeah, he's our friend. We should... And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned. Wait, that's Miles. What?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and.
It's okay. We're here on Jean.
Ah, I see.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying.
Oh, not really.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard.
Oh, sure. You got.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Let's wait till the snow gets heavier and have a snowball fight. Here we go.
We should be getting close. Weird. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the body. Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the... Yeah, but none of it... What's wrong? Yeah, not when the church... Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just... We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Yes, we sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these... In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, the medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court. Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature? Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly... In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna.
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. The night Master Diluc... I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction, and then I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have... I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long. Yes.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill.
Wait, does she mean...
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense? Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence... So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo. Then, there must also have been Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides that fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
What?
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his...
Actually, the traveler Amber, Bennett, and I were with Albedo the Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then...
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people... You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court?
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit... What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in.
Who are you? Why do you...
Hello to you, too.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate... You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter...
So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle.
You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You reckon... That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in... How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside...
I remember. Let's hear...
I'd like to hear Miles answer first.
Huh? Oh...
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange.
No,
The scar is right here. Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm. Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it. Whoa!
come on, let's go!
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
There are others trying to get in! Must be more people under her control.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
What? How are there monsters in the city? Of course,